Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Whelan, and my pronouns are he, him. I'm an author, game designer, and professional nerd. Tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly local actual play show.
Laps.
We are playing Planegea from Atlas Games, which is a primordial 5e setting. If you have not watched the show yet, we recommend that you go all the way back to the beginning to the first episode of Planegea. The first story episode is called First and Last, but if you go one episode previous to that, that is our session 0. And you can watch us make the characters that we are playing here tonight. Once you've done that, or if you already have, you can join us here for the penultimate episode of Planegea, which is happening here tonight. So, we don't want to take up too much time, so I just want to get everybody to go around the table, introduce themselves, and what characters they are playing. So, let's start with our first mind player.
Hi there, I'm Jordan Fishburne, she, her, and I am playing Inktail, the Saurian Hammertail, Path of the Far Striker Barbarian.
And let's move on to our next mind player.
Hello, my name is Tony Cheek, he, him, and I am playing Gorm, the Rock Dwarf Twilight Cleric.
All right, let's move on to our next mind player.
Oh, we're doing zigzag. Hi, my name is Sarah Babe, she, they, and I am playing Ayoku, who is the Starling Spellskin.
And let's move on to our next mind player.
Hello, my name is Ethan Eichstätt Anderson, he, him, and I am playing Damp, the Half-Ooze Scout Rogue.
And finally, our final mind player of the evening.
Hi, I'm Tawny P. Thompson, she, hers, and I am playing Pinecone, the Dreus monk following the way of abnegation.
So, last time, our clanmates had made their way through the land of Nod, a twisted world of dreams and nightmares. This was the only way for them to keep pace with She Who Rises, a starling who has designs on becoming the one true sun in the sky, rather than the how it currently works in Planegea, where every night the stars in the starry sea dance with one another, knock everybody out of the sky until one remains, and basically does a victory lap as that day's sun. The easiest way to catch up with She Who Rises was to enter the land of nightmares and dreams, which our clanmates did, and now they are presented with a fork in the road, a path split by a powerful creature called the Twisted Princess of Nod. The Twisted Princess is this long stalk of like dead vines and bones and wood, terminating in a head with two masks, one smiling, one frowning.
Does she have a sister?
No.
Thank you, Sarah. I was trying to figure out how to work that joke.
You
in there.
nerds.
The clanmates have a choice to make to be able to reach the stars in the sky. They have to travel through their past or through their future. Now, each member of the clan makes this choice individually, so this is going to be some individual scenes that are going on here. The gateway is presented. The Twisted Princess of Nod has spread their arms wide, and then branches and gnarled things come out of the arms as they plant their fingers into the ground to make two giant arches, and both pathways disappear in a strange multicolored fog.
To confirm,
Yes.
we can't just jump really high and reach the stars to cover
Yeah.
all of our bases.
Yeah. What if Inktail just throws us all and then we send down like a rope and pull her up.
That's not exactly how it works.
Do you think the world works that way here in the land of Nod?
I mean, so far, yeah, because everything's kind of crazy and weird.
All it takes is one step through one door, and the next step that you take will be into the starry sea. With a brief stop, of course, just to see what decisions you have made or will make. So, who wants to go first? So, who wishes to take the first step into their past or their future?
Future, let's go.
I was going to say rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, we can do that too if people.
No, it's fine.
I was going to say, I mean, if all else, Tawny gave me some good suggestions for the scene that she wants to do. So, if you don't want to go first, she's.
Oh yeah, she can go first.
That didn't require much talking.
Did you hear that bus, Tawny?
Did you run forward and accidentally knock Pinecone forward?
Yes. That's exactly what happened.
Just goes, whoa,
Well,
and falls in.
You want to go into your past, though.
Yes, yeah,
All right.
I did say that.
Okay.
That's the thing that I
Well,
said.
on the way
remember
to the
saying that.
future, she shoved you into the other doorway.
Tripped and accidentally shoved her.
Yoku dashes forward to the future portal and shoves Pinecone into the past.
Ah!
Sorry.
So
What does traveling to the past feel like?
I knew someone was going to make that joke tonight because I made it last week. I think Pinecone would liken it to like very quick passing of the seasons, all in like succession, where like you almost can't tell one apart from the other but it's backwards. So as the winter melts into the fall then, wakes up into summer and summer rolls into spring and so on and so forth through.
So it feels like it would definitely be disorienting to a
like my
creature.
rings are growing way too fast, you guys.
Would they be shrinking?
Yeah. The opposite one.
Yeah.
The not growing.
The not growing.
Welcome to Bizarro Tree.
Benjamin Button Tree.
That would suck to plant.
just dig a real deep hole.
Yeah.
It keeps spinning backwards, and like it's almost too much to bear. But finally, you see something in the blur of seasons that you're able to reach out and grab, if not physically, but like mentally. And it is your human. And by reaching out, it causes that time spin to kind of to skid to a stop. Like I think it actually spins past him for a bit and then like stops and then and you sort of do like a time wobble for
Like a pendulum.
right. Except this time, because you are now a Dreas instead of a tree, you're able to perceive better, to notice better. So you see yourself as a tree. And
Was I a pretty tree?
you were a very pretty tree. And you also see your human nearby. Hunched over. What do you remember your human doing?
So all of Pinecone's memories are, of course, in this one location of her human. They all center around usually like spring and summer because that was when he spent most of the time in the woods foraging and looking for various mushrooms and things like that. And I think there was a really good patch of like morels that grew really nearby, so he knew where it was and he would come back multiple times throughout the year to gather. And then, spend his time under the branches eating his lunch.
Okay. So, you catch one of these moments as he is in the patch of morels. But this time you're able to perceive a little more. because now you understand human speech. Before, I imagine it was kind of the kind of experience. For those of you who are not of an antediluvian age, there used to be a cartoon where they would use trumpets to mimic adult speech. So put that on your TikToks. Anyway, what you hear is what you have been told is grousing or complaining.
He was an angry human.
Because he's picking things, and you can overhear him saying things like, "They should figure out their own food. I was gonna get food for everybody.
He's picky.
They don't do any of this. I'm always the one who keeps them fed."
Oh no. I always assumed he was kind.
You could be grumbly and kind.
He's still doing it.
Gotta pick this up
I
for
suppose.
my fucking great friends. They're so great. I love
It's
my
all
friends.
about what you do, not how you feel.
True.
Actions make a lasting impression.
Can I go closer?
Mhm.
What, does that change my perspective at all? Is he...
What I guess what perspective are you looking for here?
I guess I'm just trying to, is he, angrily doing the thing, or is he just, whatever? Because, sometimes you talk to yourself and you're like, diggity dang it, I wish I didn't have to do this.
He's definitely grumpy about it. He picks up and he picks up one. He's like, this one still has some shit on it. I know who to give this one to. And
if I clear my throat, can he hear me?
he stops, and you hear another call. Raka! Raka! And he goes. He has like a piece of cloth tied around his neck, and he pulls it up and dashes off into.
He's a thief. Is he a thief?
Cut to.
Oh, why am I laughing? It's going to be just as awful for me.
I was going to say
Only happy memories
Yeah.
for Sarah's character.
yes.
My sister's trying to kill me.
I was going to say it's going to be really funny when we do Jordan's and she's just on a carousel and eating cotton candy.
Da 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 da.
And then she drops her ice cream cone and it's just
And that was her first barbarian rage.
And that's when she first learned how to yeet.
Punches the carousel, picks it up, and
Yeets a
throws
horse.
We don't even need to do my scene anymore.
Really, when I
Tear it out.
okay. Who would like to go next?
I mean, I guess I can go.
Okay. Are you? And you're going into the future?
Yes. There's nothing. I'm dead.
dark.
Us around your grave.
I thought it was funny.
Next player.
Ghost of Christmas Future, please.
Too bad. Ebenezer Scrooge. No, you are hit with a blast of heat.
Oh.
You feel yourself rocking as you are being wheeled inside a wagon of some sort. Or a conveyance, because they don't have wheels.
A sledge.
Well, no, this has wheels. And it
Watch out for
also
the hounds.
has bars, like the whole.
Oh, I'm getting some serious Kaladin vibes out of this. Okay.
Can you even understand what it is that you're inside right
Yeah,
now?
like-
I don't know.
Like for all you know, this could be like a future sled. Like this is like because you're like above the ground and you are still moving, and you hear like a skoogong, skoogong, and you look around and just see a blasted desert on all sides.
But There's not a lot of. Are there deserts in Planegea?
There are.
Oh, okay.
So that you recognize,
Oh, good.
except as you wheel along, you realize that this desert is not where it should be.
Oh.
Because you recognize like stone outcroppings and other signposts that mark it for you as the Great Green Valley, or at least it was.
Oh my god.
You look down and you see that your hands are bound together. Give me either an investigation or an arcana check.
Okay. We're going to go with Arcana, Rob. That's going to be a 23.
Noise.
It doesn't take you long to realize that the symbols and sigils that are on the cord by which you are bound are the symbols and sigils of a spell skin. And that the cord is likely also the skin of a spell skin.
Ooh, that's dark.
Oh, that's
This would be us leaning into the horror aspect of the
okay.
setting.
Oh geez. That I
Can you tell if it's ooh or not?
yeah, can I do I recognize the color of the skin or anything? Like
Oh, well, of course
the
it is,
taste.
Jordan. That's an amazing add-on.
You know, I'm here to provide. After your dance of friendship. I mean, I don't know, man. It just seemed thematic.
Jordan's really good at making things work.
you're a monster.
Yeah.
You're lucky she's not the GM.
Yeah.
If Jordan was the GM, my human would have been like murdered at my roots.
The
I thought about it.
The blood fed you to make you
exactly.
human.
Also, I mean, for all we know, no,
Too
I'm
late
not
now.
gonna
It's
even-
too late
I'm
now.
not gonna
It's already
get there.
happened.
Welcome to the darkest timeline here in Planegea.
I realize I am bound by Uau's skin, and I'm assuming it's not letting me magic.
Mm-mm. Anytime you try something, the sigils light up and you lose your concentration.
What about starling traits, like pure energy that allows me to like take 10 feet of my movement and move through shit?
You pass through
Uh-huh.
the cage, the cage conveyance, and then drop the 5 feet, or
Yeah.
the 2 or 3 feet off of the back of the thing. And you hear some growls and then, she's gotten loose again. A couple of guards hop off of the front, and they have long spears. And they're like, okay, you can either go back in on your own, or we can beat you unconscious and throw you in the back. You pick.
I mean, well,
Look, we're almost there. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner everybody will be happy.
but what? I'm not. What are we doing? Why are we going? What is happening? You beat me so hard last time. I don't remember.
It's fair.
Calic, I told you didn't need to kick her that many times. I was having fun. I'm sorry.
You need new fun.
Well, I ran out of yarn, so I can't knit anymore.
Why not use skin?
Calic gestures with his spear to this massive temple. It looks like it has to be a temple. It's just the way that it's built. It is a half sphere with flames carved out of the stone, licking into the sky, and you see fire arcing around it and kind of swirling.
Like a sun?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I have dazzling touch. If I
Mhm.
touch something, I can have a chance for blinding them.
Okay.
So it's D8. A Constitution saving throw. DC is 8 plus my charisma modifier and my proficiency bonus.
So what is the DC, the con DC I'm trying to hit here?
You are trying to hit a Constitution save of 16.
Okay, and you're doing one at a time, or you're doing them both?
We'll do one at a time.
All right. Carrick gets blinded, but the other guy, you don't know if you don't get a grab on him enough, or if because of the interference from the spell skin or whatever, but you hit him and he just kind of looks down, and then he stabs you.
Oh.
And he pins you to the wagon, like through your meaty parts. I was afraid. I told you we could have done it the easy way. And he climbs back up on the wagon, and it takes off, and you're basically wheeling down the road.
Can I do the move through things again?
The pain of the is too much. The wagon stops at the edge of the building.
My blood's got to be so pretty, though. Oh.
State and a man comes out in golden robes, like actual gold head to
Spun
toe,
gold.
face painted in gold. He's even wearing like actual golden eyebrows, like
Fancy.
Think very sort of like Aztec Incan priest kind of like just layers of gold upon gold. State your business.
Help, please.
We bring a gift to the immortal sun, the last starling.
No.
Cut to.
I don't like this game.
I'll go.
So, which horse do you want on the carousels, right? Do you want the unicorn? Do you want the fancy duck? Like, how do you?
I always really liked the seahorse
Okay.
because it was thematic, but not really.
It was a horse, but
It was a horse.
It was
on
a horse, but
carousel,
not a horse.
Not a horse. Past, please.
Past, please. It's the smell that hits you.
That's always a good start.
It's that smell of unwashed Saurians who have been riding the trail for days. It is the smell of cooked meat, of blood drying in the sun. It is the smell that you remember when you were a part of the Red Teeth. The next thing that hits you is that terrible sound of laughter. That there were so many terrible things about Red Tooth that you could put into a list that would stretch from one to many. But the thing that would be at the top of his list would be that harsh, barking laugh when you were trying to be serious and he thought you were being ridiculous. Leave. You want to leave all this? And he sits back on his portable throne that he has constructed from the best loot out of all the raids that he has commandeered.
I'm glad to hear that your ears are still working. That's exactly what I said.
Why? You're the best raider I have. Shut up! And there are a couple of grousers. You want to prove her wrong? Step to her! And the grousing goes back down.
I know.
She knows.
I think it's time for me to make my own way for a while. You never know. Maybe I'll come crawling back. And I have the wedding rope with the trailing feathers in my paw from the last raid where we came into the village in the midst of celebration at the perfect time when everybody's guard was down.
You're going to make Sarah cry more often than I am this session.
That's loot.
Fucked up somebody's wedding?
Oh, I think more than fucked up would be the correct description. We didn't exactly leave survivors.
That's what I meant. Like, you really fucked it up.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, if you want to get married, all you have to do is ask one of these fine folks here. I'll even perform the ceremony. I feel like I can do that, having drank the blood of the priest in that last village.
If I thought there was a mate here worth my time, unless you're offering to marry me yourself.
I'm not ready to settle down, and I don't think you are.
You were always smart.
So, boys, any of you want to make her work for it? I'm gonna need a new lieutenant.
I'll do it!
Steam just pours from my nose as I look over every single person.
And one steps up. Cutling. Well, that's not what he was called back then. What was he called back then? What do you think?
Cut abs.
Razor wing.
Tasty abs.
Razor wing. Absolute razor wing. Yeah.
Dagger wing.
Thank you, Sarah. That's perfect.
Sparrow. Sparrow wing.
I think razor wing would be perfect.
Okay.
Just pull that knife across even more.
Which is what he does. He kind of scrapes it down the one wing that we all know is the one that got cut.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. You want her alive or dead? She stays alive. She stays alive. I'd be watching my back if I were her, but at least we're going to let her walk away from the clan fire. After that, then we're strangers, and you know what we'd like to do to strangers.
I pick up my axe, which was resting on the ground, and tap it against the hard shell of my back. You know me. I've never had to watch my hind quarters at all.
You sure you want to do this? I'm sure I want to be your second in command, sir. Clear out a path, everyone.
Razor.
Anybody who wants to throw in their best bit of plunder on who you think wins, now's the time to do it. And you start to hear the clatter of, of knives and shiny bits as people start piling them on one side for you and one side for Razorwing. And we cut to...
I would like a slice of future pie, please.
that same blasted desertscape. One large figure silhouetted against the desert sun. A brachiosaurus.
Stumpy!
Is it Stompy?
Rides slowly towards the fire globe.
Can I run up behind and try to see if there's anyone on top, and if not, jump on?
No, you can easily do that. There are a couple of... There's like 3 or 4 people that are riding on the back of Stompy. None of whom you recognize.
Motherfucker stole our dinosaur!
The dinosaur could be public transportation now. We don't know.
Oh,
Maybe the city bus.
So the government stole our dinosaur.
He already got a job! It's tough out there in the future.
The dinosaur stops as they see a cloud of dust approaching from the fire sphere. Stompy turns back and looks at the riders. And the riders nod. And then they deflate.
What?
They just go... And Stompy gets a little bigger.
It's that thing from the cave.
Now I think it's you.
The riders stop, and it's 3 humans dressed in similar robes to the guards that were guarding Ioku in her future vision. One of them kind of walks up. It's deserted. I mean, there's just this long neck here. One of the other guards is like, that looks like some good eating, sir. We could probably eat him for... What's that smell? What do you mean? Come here. You smell that?
Tastes awful. Try it.
And Stompy puts his foot down, and you see the leg that he stomps squeeze thin, and one of the bodies that sloughed off the side fills up behind the guard, and he gets 1.
So this happens next level up, right?
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. Yes. It's the next game that we play, you'll be able to do this. What do you do? Do you come to their aid?
I think I would just sit and watch.
Okay. The battle is brief. The soldiers are trained to handle refugees and people who've been weakened by wandering through the desert for days on end, but not whatever this thing is, because the other human form inflates, and they both take on both guards, and it's over relatively quickly.
Can I see why it's a desert at all?
All you have to do is look up. The sun, high noon, blazing like a massive eye in the sky. It's as if the sun has leaned in to look down on where you stand. And now that you look up, you feel like you're being watched. Like it isn't just the sun bearing heat and light.
I wish to extend my middle finger.
Really long.
You hear a harsh laugh from Stompy. I was wondering when you were going to get here. You hear your own voice say through his lips.
You should know. If you are me and I am you, and this already happened to you from me.
Cut to as anyone who might be listening to our show on Gummies is just going to be like,
Whoa.
what?
I am
Error.
me as you are.
Shutting down.
he,
Rebooting.
You are me,
Right.
and we are all together.
I also would like to go to the future.
The future. After you take that first step, you find yourself seated. You look down and see that you are seated upon a massive throne inside a building that is all decoration. Imagine a cathedral, except everything, instead of arches, it's all semicircles and full circles and black circles and elements that represent the different phases of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a very long beard. You are dressed in very fine robes. The massive curved doors open up, and in walk a pair of messengers. They quickly walk towards the steps up to your throne. And they kneel. They present a carved stone rod.
Am I seeing this from the perspective of the throne, or is this like an out-of-body?
No, you are seeing this. You are in the throne and seeing it.
I take the stone rod and hold it.
How does it feel, Your Majesty? The voice comes from the side of your throne. There was a woman there who was not there moments ago, whom you remember as the moon cleric that you visited, and who spoke to you of prophecy.
Mm-hmm. How does what feel?
You did not accept your fate, and now you rule all of this. And she gestures her hand, and the walls of the cathedral fall away, and you see a world cloaked entirely in night. Except on the horizon, in the distance, a sun peers out, and you can just feel the heat, and more importantly, the hatred. Your power keeps her at bay. A power that you only gained through the noble sacrifice of your brothers and sisters. They all died to make you the king of Eclipse. And all you can do is keep the undying sun in a stalemate.
You said I ended up here by not accepting my fate?
That's right.
And what fate did I refuse?
Star Killer.
Star
That
Killer.
Star Killer.
Star Killer. Star Killer.
and as those voices
Killer
echo
of
out,
stars.
Star Killer.
one by one,
Star.
the stars in the sky appear in the otherwise blank sky. When I told you, Star Killer, what you had to do, you misunderstood me. You thought you only had to kill she who rises. You have to kill all the stars to fulfill your fate.
But what is the moon without the stars aside it?
King, dear boy. King. And that is where we end our episode.
Totally unrelated. Do you consider me a brother or sister to your character?
I'm in danger.
I guess we'll find out!
Oh no!
Please join us
I'm just a tree.
for our final episode of this season of Planegea next week, where we see just how things shake out. But until then, this is Rob Wieland, just telling you to repeat to yourself, it's only a game. I really should relax.
Brothers and sisters.
Birches and bees.
Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Fishburne, she, her, and I am playing Inktail, the Saurian Hammertail, who is a Way of the Tempest barbarian.
You can tell that we've been playing this long enough that Jordan barely had to look down at her character sheet to remember
I was
all that
doubting
stuff.
myself mid-recitation. I was like,
I saw you were like, barbarian.
There was doubt. No.
Aren't you Path of the Far Striker?
I am Path of the Far Striker. See, I was right to doubt myself because I was wrong.
We even did good banter. Damn it, Brad. All right.